Hello to everybody in the YouTube community. Well, hello to anybody who listens to this video, who starts listening to it and all that. I say hello, and I am here to talk about right now. I am here to talk about the facts how I am here to talk about those who can't understand the threat from Islamo-Fascism and all that. I mean, first of all, Islamo-Fascism represents an evil force. And I mean, if you don't understand what it is, then at best you're oblivious, but if you do understand what it is, if you do understand the ideology, and if you don't believe it's evil, then you are a demented, sick man. If you understand this ideology and don't believe it's evil, then you are a demented, sick man. Anyway, I'm here to say that my videos, of course, are here to expose the truth, because I'm here to educate everybody on the insanity that we all have to deal with. Because I mean, first of all, whether knowingly or not, many of these liberals side with evil, whitewash evil, justify evil. They do all that. Whether knowingly or not, many of these liberals side with evil. Because many of these liberals are either because have their own little world and they can't understand what's going on. They can't understand what's going on. And so, I am here. I am here to say what is going on, basically. I mean, first of all, this is on those who understand the threat of Islamo-Fascism. I mean, the threat of Islamo-Fascism is real. It's real, and it's an existential threat to the free world. It's an existential threat to America, an existential threat to Western civilization. It's an existential threat to our freedom and democracy. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it's about time that people start waking up. I mean, for one thing, stop having this stupid anti-American propaganda in their textbooks that basically gets kids to believe basically that all of this slanderous accusation against America, of America doing evil no matter what, is basic fact. I mean, it gets many of these kids to believe that, and we have to say that it's not basic fact. I mean, many people come out believing it's basic fact that Christopher Columbus was a mass murderer, that the white settlers who came were basically all racist, genocidal killers of Indians. I mean, all of this is treated as basic fact by the racist, anti-white, anti-American, revisionist leftist history. All of it's treated as basic fact, because many leftists seem to believe or basically say that anyone who disagrees with them is, well, a racist. I mean, well, they may not be saying it out loud, but they certainly act like it. I mean, Janine Garofalo, for example, I mean, she said that the Tea Party demonstrators demonstrated against Obama because a black man in the White House. Because a black man in the White House. She said that the Tea Party demonstrators are demonstrating against Obama because he is a black man in the White House, because we have a black president. First of all, let me just say that is utter crap. That claim is slanderous crap. That claim is slanderous crap. The Tea Party demonstrators aren't demonstrating against Obama because he's a black man in the White House. They aren't demonstrating against Obama because he's black or because of any race he is. No, that's not why. It's not because of his race or nationality or the fact that we have a black man in the White House. It's none of that. The reason why they're demonstrating against Obama is because they disagree with his policies and they disagree with his agenda. That's why they're demonstrating against him, because they disagree with his policies and with his agenda. I mean, of course, you can say, depending, maybe some people will say that they're wrong and all that, but But to say that the Tea Party demonstrators demonstrate against Obama because he's black, that's just utter crap. That's just utter crap that many of these vile liberals promote. That is utter crap that many of these vile liberals promote. But the very facts on the ground is, but this is the insanity we're talking about anyway, because and also, basically, many of the Tea Party demonstrators themselves are black. Many of the Tea Party demonstrators themselves are black. And this is the left, and this is an example of the left attacking ordinary American citizens, because of course they keep on bashing Bush, bashing Palin, bashing Rush Limbaugh, bashing Sean Hannity, bashing Glenn Beck, bashing Bill O'Reilly. All these guys get bashed by the left. They bash Cheney and they bash Fox News. All these guys keep on getting bashed and attacked on and on a daily basis. And you know what? And these guys, and amazingly, these guys don't get furious, because if it was me, I'd be furious. I'd be fuming if it's me. I'd be fuming. I would respond, but I'd be fuming right now. Right now, if it was me, I'd be fuming, and I'd be responding to the slanderous accusations, if it was me. Because, of course, but then again, if you're on the top of their attack machine, it's an honor, because it shows how prominent you become. It shows how prominent you are. It shows how prominent you are. Because when these liberals attack Palin and Bush and Cheney, because when these liberals attack these conservatives, conservative commentators and all that, when these liberals attacks them, it goes to show how threatened they are and how determined they are to demonize them. And that's what it goes to show. That's what it goes to show. Of course, I'm being slandered by the fringe leftist kook Alex Constantine. Of course, because Alex Constantine called me a Jewish Nazi collaborator, he calls me a fascist, he calls me a Nazi, he said I was a pedophile in one of his, he dedicated one of his posts to me, to me, calling me a pedophile, calling those who on the conservative voice pedophiles, calling those who, of course, the conservative voice, of course, merged with Town Hall. Anyway, of course, I used to write for the conservative voice, so I am among, of course, the so-called fascist pedophiles, the so-called fascist Nazi pedophiles in Alex Constantine's world. And he wants to portray me as the worst of the worst. He associates me with a post that I did not make, with a post that does the same thing that he does to me and to his conservative opponents. That slanders him the same way that slanders him the same way that it slanders his conservative opponents like me. But anyway, this is the insanity we live in. And many people are in denial when it comes to the Islamo-Fascist threat. And first of all, let me just say that this denial is poisonous. This denial is poisonous because Islamo-Fascists are invading us from within. They're invading us from within, and they want to shut people. Like for example, they want they want to shut people up. For example, they want to shut up anyone who's saying the truth. They want to shut up anyone who's saying the truth. They want to shut up anyone who is exposing their vile, vicious agenda, and anyone who dares to say the truth about them and about Sharia law. They want to shut them up, and they want to use freedom and democracy to undermine our very society. That's what Islamo-Fascists seek to do. They want to shut up anyone who says the truth, but you know what? They're not gonna. They can't shut the truth up. Who knows? Maybe they'll shut some people up, like maybe they'll shut some cops up from telling the truth, and they'll shut up some people from persecuted minorities in the Middle East from saying the truth, because many of them, of course, will fear their retribution. But do you know what? They're not going to shut everybody up. They're not going to shut everybody up. They won't shut everybody up. They won't shut me up. They won't shut everybody up. Because you know what? They can intimidate people all they want. They can kill people all they want. They can censor people all they want. But you know what? We're just going to be talking about it. We're just going to be talking about it and exposing it. We're just going to be talking about it and exposing it. And there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. I mean, of course, I mean, they can they can try to intimidate me. They can try to intimidate me. They can try to threaten me. They can do all sorts of vile stuff to me. They can do all sorts of vile stuff to me or vile stuff to anyone else who says the truth. You know what? They can do that. They can do that, but they can't shut me up, and they can't shut up many of these heroic truth tellers because maybe they can't shut up me or many of these heroic truth tellers